All right, I'm here. And I'm going to be continuing Once Human. I did stream this yesterday, and it is definitely interesting. Now, if you watched my past live stream, my first experience in this game, you will know that my time in game has been mixed. It's definitely a mixed bag. But we will be continuing. So the last things that we were doing, I was building my house. We finished construction. I did do a little bit more research after stream. For instance, yes, a new scenario. That's the scenario that we've been in. We read that yesterday. So one of the things is when I'm in this build mode, when I was struggling with the roof, I can actually press the tilde key and go into the build screen, which is actually kind of crazy. But yes, we have constructed our house at this point. Although it does look like a monstrosity, it's not something that I'm going to focus too much on moving forward. So let us continue the progression, and we need to craft a melee weapon. So the crafting in this game is quite in-depth. And build a garage. So we need a garage for our vehicle. Here's the garage. I don't know. Okay, I might have to make foundation before I can place it. If I recall correctly, yes, we just got a blue. There we go. Boom. After unlocking the garage and vehicle memetics, you can construct a garage in your territory. Interact with the garage, craft, repair, modify your vehicles. So yes, there is vehicle modification and upgrading, which does have an impact on durability, handling, speed, and fuel tank capacity. So this is like your mount in games. Like this is a part of the MMO element, in the sense that you get your first level 1 mount in the beginning, and they hand you this awesome motorcycle so kindly for free. Just take that with a grain of salt. As for upgrading this, we will find out, hopefully. If I look at the, like, if I want to make it go faster, we can get all of these parts. The standard part I know we can get. So yes, we can indeed upgrade the speed of our vehicle. Now, as for the higher levels, automatic part, I do not. And tungsten is like very late game. If we look at the memetic screen, and I look all the way down here, here's steel, alloy, aluminum, tungsten. Tungsten is all the way down here. So yes, the progression of the infrastructure goes alongside the upgrading of the vehicle. Interesting. All right, what else do we need to do? Secure festering gel and territory securement unit. Oh, we need to make another securement unit. I thought, hold on, I'm missing it. Function facility. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we need to secure the festering gel. We have festering gel, and we can deposit the festering gel. There we go. All right, repair a motorcycle once. Oh, that Digby boy is freaking out. A little bit of jank. Yeah, there are skins for your vehicle. So, season shop, sproutlet shop. As far as I understand, the sproutlets, you get those, like, that's a part of the grind. Like, there are these world events that you have to do, and they drop sproutlets. Yes. But it seems like 2 of these, the season shop events, you get this from events. I don't think all of these are paid for. Yeah, as for decals, I have no idea. This skin is actually cool. This is another cosmetic in the game that I did not check out last stream. But I remember this from the beta. And yes, this cosmetic for your motorcycle is actually cool. Now, obviously, it takes inspiration from elsewhere, but it's still pretty cool. And I don't know, Lucky Roulette Pyroglide, I don't know how to obtain it. Lucky Roulette does sound like some weird loot box system, though. All right, let's go back to Deadsville and progress the main quest. Interesting. Oh, there's someone with a... There's someone with the cosmetic named Ballsack. Very nice.
Hey, you're back. Any luck?
Does it matter which one I choose?
Yeah, I see what you're trying to say. I figured things went wrong when my team didn't come back.
Like, some of the animations are
had my hopes,
jank.
you know?
And some of the textures are also jank. Like, what's crazy to me is, like, if you look at the texture on our mask,
don't worry about me.
some things just look really high fidelity, and other things look straight up like PS1 graphics. It doesn't.
I'm a woman of my word.
It doesn't mesh well. It doesn't mesh well, and it's constantly noticeable. This is coming from someone who has played many different games before. I do notice a lack of consistency when it comes to the textures that are used in a game. And once you notice it, it's hard to unnotice. Like, look at this mailbox. Like, that looks like Portal 1 graphics. Like, that's like 10 years ago. Yeah, I can't, man. I'm not gonna get into that anymore. Like, it's jank. It feels off. Yeah, as for claiming these, some of these have expiration times. We're getting all of these free things. Compensation for server issues. I didn't have any server issues, but okay. I don't even know. what most of these things do, but we just got a weapon skin. Those are actual gloves. Black-nosed sheepdoll. Oh, I have no idea. We'll figure it out over time. I know that the canned lunch meat, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. Let me check that. Yes, the canned lunch meat does not have an expiration time. Everything from yesterday are roasted potatoes. All of that is expiring. Yes, and so there are full-blown, like, they just flat out call it loot crate. So if I open one, I just want to open one just to see. Okay, we open the loot crate and we just get a grenade. If I open another loot crate, like, can I even see chance to receive season exclusive sets like the Swift Ring Ranger or Nobility Series weapon skins, among other precious rewards? Yeah, but a grenade isn't much of a precious reward. So clearly, yeah, cosmetic token. We just flat out got an animation from a loot crate. We just flat out got this animation. We got this meta cap. We got these gloves, which actually don't look bad. That's what I'm talking about. Like the cosmetics and the graphics, the textures are all over the place. Yeah, we just got this. That's another thing about the game that just feels so weird. They give you all of these animations. Like, you get all of these by default. Like, why do they give you these, but then they don't give you these? Like, the dances are rare, I guess? I don't know. What I'm confused about is what they actually monetize and what they give you for free when you first start playing the game. Like, yeah. Yes, the baseball bat is going to be better than the machete. So I will equip the melee amplifier, which is just going to give us more raw melee damage. All right, let's actually progress the main quest.
Bravo! The mayfly that brought down the fearsome, ravenous hunter.
Yeah, as for the dialogue options and the lack of player character voice lines, that is the jank.
Is that it managed to cause such chaos.
Nobody's going to be able to look past that either. Like, nobody.
Its memetics, just to make
it sticks out like a sore, unfinished thumb. Early a sore, feature creeped, early access, unfinished thumb. That's what it sticks out.
I'm very impressed. It's a shame that most people in this world don't appreciate the beauty of these fascinating entities. But clearly you are different. You already have a natural touch with deviations. I dare say you could even become an expert. I'd be glad to share my knowledge of deviations with you. In return, capture as many of them as you can for me.
Like, why? There's only one option. Why is it even necessary for me to click this?
I simply pay attention and use my imagination. And you know, I think the deviations respect that. To quote a favorite poem of mine, I know that I exist because you imagine me.
Like, if you look at his tie, right, really, really close during the cutscene, his tie is like very low fidelity, right? That's low graphical fidelity. Same with his suit. And then if let me see if I can get another angle. If you look at the backpack, the cradle that we have, the texture on it is like very high fidelity, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And no, it's indiscriminate. Like, we're talking about a very clear core person in the main storyline, character in the storyline. It's jank. Jank. It sticks out like a sore thumb. And yes, I will keep bringing it up.
I found traces of another major deviation there.
It's like they didn't have access to enough like high quality textures.
Maybe I'll see you there.
That's honestly what it feels like.
I'm glad we can make this place a bit safer, but it's time to move on.
All right, isn't there a
Before we
road
set out for
this way?
Market, though, we'd better upgrade our weapons and armor. Things might be even more dangerous over there. We could also relocate our territory.
Oh,
to
that
make things easier.
person's base thing is like floating in the air. Interesting. I haven't seen that before. And it is going to be that thing where like you get to a certain mission, or we'll see in the future. Where that MMO aspect of like how everyone has a tent right at the mission where they teach you how to make a tent. Like, it's just weird. How am I meant to go? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah. Go this way. This way. The craziest thing to me about this game is how it actually holds together. That's the craziest thing to me. The fact that all of the features in the game hold together in the way that they do. You'd think that this game would have struggled like severely from feature creep in such a way that they weren't able to actually get it to function. But it does. Like, this game, as far as all of the systems in the game go, the crafting, the base building, the motorcycle, the missions, so on and so forth, it all functions. Secret flavors?
All right,
It's just so
hold it
crazy
right
to
there
me
and
that
identify yourself.
I think around here is where we actually start having character dialogue.
Oh yeah, you've got one of those weird backpacks. Cradle, right? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna check with the mayor.
I'm right here. Let the May fly in.
It's so
Understood,
weird.
ma'am.
Maxie Rodriguez. I'm the mayor here. Haven't seen a Mayfly in a while. It's good you're here, though. I have a pretty unique problem that needs solving.
Like, if you look at the knife on her chest, yeah.
Strange is putting it lightly.
The knife on her chest with
It's
the
been about
sheath
half
is
a
like
year now.
very high quality.
Animals here, even pregnant.
Very,
people,
very high quality.
all get infected by stardust and turn into these trees.
Oh, the
You go
rendering
ahead and
jank
see
in the
for
background.
yourself. There's some strange shit, all right. Here, this is what I mean. Agnes Joy used to be the best weaver in town. Now she's like that. The only one in Myers Market. Thank God.
Yeah, people are turning into like cocoons.
Yeah. Agnes
Trees.
is perfectly healthy for a tree. Plenty of green leaves. She's just not.
I don't see any green leaves on that. What are you talking about?
Behind all this. If you still think you can handle it, we'll reward you well.
That looks like a
There's an
cocoon to
abandoned
me.
hideout by the river that might be connected to the problem. I'd start there first. Good. I'll warn you though, it's not the safest place out there.
Cradle override. Override features that can help you in combat. Corresponding nodes. Okay, how do I even find this screen? It doesn't tell me anything about it. Sure, that's cool. That's cool information. I have no idea how to actually get to that screen though. Oh, here we go. Okay. Ooh. Click and drag. Okay. But yeah, this just makes this gives us a flat 20% damage bonus while holding pistols. And it regens 1 ammo when we defeat an enemy. This is for crossbows though. The 20% on the crossbow is going to be better because the crossbow does more damage. 20% of more damage is more damage. And given the fact that we have a ton of crossbow ammo, we're going to be sticking with the crossbow. Yeah, we just like crashed our motorcycle into the ground. All right, can I fast travel or are we... I think I can fast travel here, right? No, I think we're gonna have to cruise. Yeah. So when we find that teleportation tower, we should get it. Yeah, that 2-player settlements are right there. Those are 2-player buildings in the world. Yeah, those enemy types are crazy. When I played the beta, the open beta for this game a couple of weeks ago, the thing I said back then, and the thing I'll say again now, the most promising thing in this game is probably its potential to really bring out the looter shooter element. But I think at this point with the full release and the fact that, you know, this game has clearly suffered from feature creep. Like we're just gonna flat out call it. Again, the craziest thing is that it's actually functional to a decent degree. Like they clearly put a lot of work. This area is very cool. Oh, what? They've got balloons for heads? Huh. That map area is actually pretty cool looking. What is it? It's called High Banks. We kind of just drove through it because we have a quest over here. You know, it would make sense to have a quest there, but we're gonna just keep cruising. the motorcycle functionality, there is a damage. Because we went over that cliff, we did take damage. The motorcycle functionality is actually not bad. Like, I haven't had any serious issues. Oh, there's the premium camp that they have. That is the premium camp. Blue and yellow, not inspired by anything in particular. But yes, this is seeming, if there's another player just hanging out here, definitely seeming like a dungeon or something. Nice. We're getting acid from these enemies. Yeah, headshot still doesn't take him down. Rihanna's notes. The looter shooter and like survival elements of this game are not bad. Like, I like running around and looting junk. Like, that is something I actually enjoy. As far as like that system in the game goes, it feels pretty good, but it's always with a catch, right? Like, these locations, you're probably gonna, we're seeing that player's tent out there. They came in and were looting stuff right next to us with the premium tent. Like, this is probably going to be some type of like repeatable location. Just like that first boss we fought. As far as like the end game goes, we'll see. Remnants of the twisted trees. Oh my. Oh, sick. Yeah, I remember this. I don't remember. I think, yeah, we exit. We're actually coming up on another boss fight, I'm pretty sure. I may have wanted to go for the extra pistol damage, I'm realizing. Just because of the fire rate, pretty much. The fire rate right now is very not good. Let me modify with there, weapon damage, equip. There we go. And then I wanted to go here to our cradle and switch over to the handgun enhancement. Can I? Interesting. Damage reduction after rolling. Having it fight alongside grants damage plus 50% against deviants. I'm gonna go with, can I even equip these? I don't think so. I think we can only equip one. No, like if I wanted to place it here, I could place it here. So there's like this incremental unlock for these bonuses in the override screen, which is very interesting because some of those buffs are pretty strong.
That old man wasn't lying. Every time I open this book.
Yeah, look at that damage. That's a lot of damage. I have 4 activators, so I think we'll be good on that in terms of like health regen, and I have 200 pistol rounds.
I've left some canned corn, instant oats, and goat's cheese in the pantry. If you find yourself in trouble, make sure to call for help so the neighbors hear you.
Thank you, Maxie.
You've changed. So respectful.
It's so
all of a
quiet
sudden.
in this area. Like,
My
I
bad.
feel like,
Shouldn't you be getting along?
you know,
I'm
the
sure
giant
very busy.
clouds
Nancy is worried
rotating around in the sky, like I feel like there should be wind effects and
That way,
like
things will be easier
movement
after
and
the
stuff,
baby's
but
born.
it kind of feels like very ooh, we can shoot the orbs. Interesting. That's kind of nice. Like this area feels like very stale, right? Like desolate, stale. There's like no movement. Even though the clouds are moving up above, it's like none of the trees are moving. There's like this slight environmental sound, but it just like, it feels stale, you know? Oh my. I meant to stand inside of this bubble? I think so.
On your hand, it's no different from a death grip.
Treant's doppelganger. This is the boss that I was thinking of. This thing is crazy. And I just broke my legs. Yeah, the boss fights in this game are actually not bad. Everything surrounding them though is like pretty rough. I don't know if I need to be shooting this. I'm running out of ammo. And we need to be getting inside of these orbs, I think. Oh my. If I just keep doing consistent damage, I think we'll be okay. So the orbs do not go away. Like they do not go away. Maybe if I switch over to the sniper rifle. No, do I not have it equipped? I think I switched it out. I'm gonna keep slamming it with the pistol. I don't know what the bubbles do. We were inside of that and then we started getting zapped by a laser beam. Yeah, we don't like getting zapped by that laser beam, that's for sure. The shooting the orbs and then they turn into the dandelion. That's a pretty cool effect. Yeah, we have to jump when they slam. We have to jump over the shockwave. Oh my. All right, we've almost got him down. Just raw pistol is definitely seeming like the way to go. Did we just run out of ammo? Yeah, we ran out of ammo. GG's. What happens if I just run out of ammo flat out right at the end? There's a hit for 500. Get like 1 or 2 more of those and we're good. Last shot? Oh, we had another 50 shots. Okay, never mind. We got controller. Yeah, all of that stuff that showed up very quickly. Yeah, I remember that boss having like a person attached to it and it doing this like crazy cutscene animation. This time it just didn't do it. I don't know. But yeah, that boss fight is okay. You can see that, like, yeah, with the Ravenous Hunter and the Treant, like, there's clearly, like, effort put into that. But if we're being honest, it's like, yeah, that's... you know, I'm coming from the first Descendant. I've played Borderlands. I've played many other looter shooter style games. Like, that boss just wasn't as good as it could be, you know? Feels like it's mediocre, you know? The whole, like, I said it in the beta as well. I think this game severely struggled because they are attempting to release it on mobile devices, which I think is a terrible idea. But they can do whatever they want. All right, where do I need to go? I need to go to the teleportation tower. Yeah, see, Securement Silo Sigma. This is going to be like a repeatable thing. Yeah. But yeah, that is a premium tent that you see there. That tent you get by... I can't remember how to get to the actual screen. Yeah, I don't know. But you get that from, like, the subscription. So, like, they have, like, a subscription in the game for $4.99. I'm pretty sure for a 30-day period. I'm pretty sure that tent is a benefit of that. Yeah, we need to get to this. So we'll get to the teleportation tower. We need to repair our vehicle. The way we, like, ran into the deer and then it jank. I really think that adding a motorcycle was, like... just a bad idea. The motorcycle is another example of feature creep. That's an interesting design. They just made like one giant slanted side. Yeah, so to clarify about what I mean by feature creep, I've been using that term over and over again. What can happen in a game's developmental process is developers overextend the scope of the game, right? And that happens when like they think they have more budget than they actually do, or they think they have, like, the game director thinks they have more capabilities than they're actually aware of. And they start implementing and working on all these different features for a game, like a motorcycle, base building, crafting, dungeons, a main story, like all of those things, the deviants, right? And what happens is the developers go about implementing all of these features, but because there's so many of them, they cannot reasonably implement all of them successfully and in a way that's like clean and good. So what ends up happening is everything becomes unpolished. Is this a side quest? Where am I meant to go from here? Activate 4 rift anchors in the broken delta. These are rift anchors. So now the main quest is just telling me to go... where's the broken delta? Down here. Yeah, we need to go down here and get through these rift anchors. Yeah, I'll go back to my base. Oh, there is a cooldown. Yeah. So we can consume energy to teleport. As far as that resource goes, I don't know exactly how you would like farm that energy resource. But there is a resource tied to fast traveling. There is a currency tied to fast traveling, and there is a cooldown on being able to teleport back to your base. And right now that cooldown is at like 8 minutes. So it seems like it's a 10-minute... It seems like it's a 10-minute cooldown. Yeah, as far as like the blueberries, the copper, all of this plays some role in either the crafting or the cooking. Yes. Our motorcycle is almost destroyed, and yes, you can see the bar in the bottom right. If our motorcycle breaks, we can no longer use it. I will crash it just to demonstrate what happens. Yeah, it has this cool flame effect that happens. Wait, are we meant to go here? Yeah, we need to get this rift anchor. So let me track that. It's in this direction, yeah. The UI in this game is actually very clean. I have basically no gripes about the UI. This map area is actually kind of cool. Yeah, now it's on fire. And it exploded and we died. We have 3 adrenaline shots. And there is a 40-second or 50-second downtime. What is that? There's a raccoon? What? That zombie's chasing a raccoon? What? Traffic accident. Are these the things we dropped when we died? Is that what this is indicating? What? Respawn in your territory or Deadsville. I'm gonna go back to my territory so I can try to repair my motorcycle. Yeah, we have this weird orange effect on our character. Yeah, 0 durability. G for repair. Okay. The repairing uses copper ingot and metal scraps. That's very cheap in terms of resources to repair our motorcycle. There are other vehicles in the game, as far as I understand it. And as far as the other vehicles in the game go, they may be faster. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is where we died. And I think this is the stuff that we actually dropped on the ground. So when you die in the game, you do drop equipment. Not all of your equipment. But we did drop some equipment. Yeah, I'm glad we checked that out. Yeah, let's use that. Yeah, our butterfly ability is actually very strong. All right, Stardust Flowers J Crown. So we were able to pick our stuff back up. We got season rewards. Interesting. Meme points are like a core research progression currency. Yeah, as for allocating these, I don't think we need any, we don't need to research anything just yet. Yeah, we need to go and get this thing. I will be right back, one sec. All right, I'm back. But yeah, as far as I can tell, these rift anchors are like a core progression in the game. Once you activate them, it turns green and then you're good. And you get activate rewards. As far as I can tell, once you activate them, yeah, each area has mystical crates, objectives associated with it. So yeah, we're gonna have to go to Hearst Industries next. As for spending the time to do like full clears on all of the areas, I'm not gonna do that. The hit reg in this game is actually not bad. That noise, there's like a bug down there. That's another player that's kind of just running through here. Ooh, lightning bug. That's crazy. Yeah, the enemy types are very interesting in this game. There, in a way, it's almost like there's like an odd, unnecessary level of enemy variation. To the point where you're like, why are all of these enemies so different? Which is like not necessarily a good thing. There's a balance there. I think that this game kind of, again, it goes back to what I said before. It's pretty evident, and it was evident in the beta as well, that this game has suffered from feature creep, and it suffered from being limited by the mobile platform requirement. Like, those two things have led to this game my ability's on cooldown right now. Oh my. Yeah, very, very cool enemy type. The ghoul. It's a cool idea to have like the biohazard body bag as like a cape. Yeah, activate 4 rift anchors. So as far as I can tell, with the broken delta, there's one more down here in Harborside. And then the closest one to that is going to be right here, Sunbury Middle School. So I'll go to Myers Market. This is going to be a fast travel point. But yeah, I said it before, I'll say it again. It's the feature creep, it's the mobile requirement, like the rendering jank, the fact that there's so many different systems and features in the game, and none of them particularly stick out too strongly. Like, all of that is what I'm talking about. Didn't we already claimed this area? Why don't I have the teleportation? Do I need to go to the center of this? I might have to go up here to get the teleportation. Interesting. Yeah, this character right here is like a Sproutlet character. And yes, they have like a weird jellyfish mushroom head. Humpy. If I click interact, it just says leave. That's it. Like, what? Yeah, Severin looks like an interesting character, but This whole setup is like jank. I swear we would have dialogue by now. Like, our character's mouth is moving. Wait, why don't we have any dialogue? It's so weird how our mask moves with our character's face. Yeah, I didn't change anything with my audio settings, by the way. I don't think I can skip. Oh, that's a lot. There is a point in which our character has dialogue. We haven't reached it, though. But now they don't have dialogue either. That's so weird. Starcrom crate. That's quite possibly like another type of loot box. This game is like, I have to say, this game is jank. It's not going to be well received. And it's ultimately suffered from feature creep. The more I play and the more I experience, the more I realize that, here's this currency. Yeah. The energy link. You obtain it by completing dungeons, commissions, and exploration tasks. Okay. That you also use to fast travel. And you can get furniture cosmetics here. As well as like food items. Like, I'm sure there are going to be people who enjoy this game. I am very rapidly becoming someone who is not. I just flat out going to say it. I'm glad that I'm putting more time into the game. Having streamed it on the first day yesterday, I wanted to give it a very fair chance. As far as I can tell, I think that my take on this game is pretty reasonable. I could be extremely brutal with regard to my judgment of this game, but I'm being pretty reasonable. Rip? Oh, what is that then? Is that an alligator? That is an alligator or a crocodile. Eclipse crocodile. Interesting. We got crocodile meat and hide from that. There is swimming in the game, and as far as I can tell, like, the swimming works just fine. Like, you go in the water, you swim, you're good. Like, deep water, the only problem is I don't think you can dive, right? It's pretty raw. Like, you can't dive. Yeah. Yeah, it said we feel cold. So I assume there's like a... I assume there's a heat temperature? Like, where? Like, where is the temperature? It said we feel cold. Is there any type of metric for that on the screen, or did the game just tell us we feel cold? Like, I genuinely don't know. I genuinely do not know. Yeah, we picked up our copper arrows just by running up to it. But then, like, there are other things we need to pick up by looting it, by pressing F. And it, like this. But see, we just got our copper arrow, but then I need to loot it in order to get the acid. That's just so weird, like, mechanically. And then we picked up arrows in that one. Why is it that sometimes we pick up arrows by running towards it, and then other times we need to... Is that like an explosive barrel white hand? Interesting. But yeah, the game environment feels pretty stale. An example of a game environment that is not stale would be Helldivers 2. Go and watch Helldivers 2, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The game environment in Helldivers 2 is very, very well done. Now, yes, don't get me wrong. I know they're completely different games. I know. I'm just giving an example of a game environment that is done well, that doesn't feel stale. This game environment feels stale. The last time I felt a game environment like this was New World. New World is an MMO made by Amazon Game Studios. That is a giant spike pit, and we're getting shot at. Who's this guy? Why are you shooting at me? Dude, are we getting sniped at? Dude, we're getting sniped at. Dude, get counter sniped. Yeah, these are straight up raiders here. I remember these from the beta. It's a different enemy type. Ooh, there's a big enemy over there. Vulture Hunter. Can I fight this thing? Oh, is that a player trying to melee it? Ah. Yeah, that's another player that's trying to melee it. Oh, apologies, I had to sneeze. I could throw a nade at it. There you go. Can we open this thing? Interesting. So they were just like fighting Arbiter. That's what that was called, Arbiter. They were fighting that big boss guy, and then we kind of just joined in on them. As far as like seeing other players in game and joining in on fighting that, went like that felt okay. That felt okay. But as I was saying before, the last time I felt a game environment that felt stale like this, it was a game called New World. And New World is at the point now where it is in severe disrepair. The developers made some very, very bad decisions, unfortunately, in response to a declining player base. And they released a DLC. The DLC put a paywall in front of a weapon and other very core content in the game. All of the other weapons are obtainable with the base game. They put one specific weapon behind a DLC paywall, and as you can imagine, once people kind of caught on, they didn't like it. Like they just didn't like it. So, but yes, this environment with the node-based gathering, I'd say New World's environment is actually better. But yeah, as far as the travel goes with the motorcycle, that enemy just spawned right in front of us. This music just started out of nowhere. Like, what? Can they stop shooting at me? Can I use an activator while I'm on the motorcycle? I don't think so, but we're about to die if we don't, so... Oh, there's some water sound. There's some environmental sounds. I like that sound. Yeah, so there's a waterfall here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Like, oh, there's a waterfall sound coming from the waterfall, and the waterfall is moving. None of that water over there is moving very much, though. That's what I mean by the environment feels stale. It's like, it feels like everything's static and dry. There are no environmental effects. There's no wind in the trees. There's no fog, like clear, like clouds, low clouds, fog, wind effects, sounds, directional. Some of the sounds I pick up on for sure. What is that? Like, we can hear, like, yeah, some of the trees are moving, sure. There is a subtle environmental, like, background sound, right? The trees here are moving. Yeah, what is this thing? Star Trace ore. We need a more advanced gathering tool. So this is some type of, like, rare resource that we just stumbled across. Yeah, as for, like, things spawning in right next to us, enemies and deer and whatnot, jank. The render distance in the game is very, very bad. The way that things spawn in the game is very, very bad. I like to focus on the redeeming qualities of whatever game I play, but there are absolutely many things in this game that must be noted as being not good. Flat out not good. Like, look at this open area here. Those deer just spawned in. There are a ton of deer here. Great deer grind spot if you're, like, really looking to grind deer. Like, look at the rendering. And that's server side, you know? That's like some server side rendering jank. Let me switch back. I like switching to the sniper rifle, just to be able to see through the scope. Yeah, like those textures in the distance, it's like this deer is rubber banding slightly. The way that they're skipping, that's like the tick rate of the server. Our shot didn't go through that one deer. You gotta love how we took out the one right next to it and it's still just walking around casually. If you really want to play a game that does that, what we just saw really, really well, go and play the Hunter Call of the Wild. Yeah. I have played the Hunter Call of the Wild, so I can say with confidence that that game nails that kind of gameplay. You want to do like really, really in-depth deer hunting in a game, the Hunter Call of the Wild. And yeah, no doubt, the Hunter Call of the Wild has some jank too, like, for sure. This is here's a tree that's sticking out of the ground. I really am just like picking apart this game at this point. As far as like, I'll bring up like the meta of my live streams. Like when I live stream games on my channel, I do not typically play games that I don't enjoy, like just flat out. Like when it comes to Screwdrivers, The First Descendant, Valheim, Borderlands, so on and so forth and so on, I typically play games that I enjoy. So I'm going to call it at this point, this is not a game that I'm going to be coming back to. I will continue playing it because I want to give it a fair try, and honestly I'm kind of fascinated by some of the elements in this game from a programmatic and game development standpoint. I'm actually interested in continuing to play this game, but I cannot help but pick up. Look at this texture. Like, what is this texture? I cannot help but pick apart certain elements of this game. Like, look at this on screen. This is like by far exactly what I'm talking about. And when I play games, like, I'm very honest about my experience. When it comes to The First Descendant, Screwdrivers, so on and so forth, I'm very honest about my experience. If I don't enjoy a game, I'm going to flat out say, like, this game is trash. This game is quickly becoming something I will not... It has become... I'm just calling it. This has become something that I am not going to be playing in the future. But it is interesting to play, though. Definitely interesting to check out. Yeah, getting stuck on small rocks like that is just like a nice addition to everything I'm talking about. I really do try to focus on the redeeming qualities of whatever games that I play on my channel and live stream. But it has gotten to the point with Once Human that I can confidently say, with about, how many hours do I have? I have 5 solid hours in this game. I can confidently say, like, I do not recommend this game. This game suffered from feature creep. It doesn't do anything particularly well. It suffers from severe limitations like rendering distance. The AI is mediocre at best. there are just multiple things that just are severely lacking in this game. And for a beta, when I played this in a beta state, I was thinking like, oh yeah, okay, they'll work on this stuff. It will get better with time. But eventually, yes, this game is released now. And yes, no doubt, a lot of the issues that I experienced back then are still here. And as far as the complaints I have about the game go, I don't see any of that changing. Like, I'm talking about very core integrated systems in the game that are just lacking. Yes, here's another dimensional portal for a boss fight. The boss fights are definitely a redeeming quality. This is similar to what we experienced before. Right before the boss fight, we get access to all of these things. And I say I'm not going to stream this game anymore after today because it is not going to be enjoyable for me or anyone watching to hear me just absolutely poo-poo on this game. That's not my intention. When it comes to streaming and creating enjoyable to watch content, Once Human, again, yeah. I will check out this boss fight. We are entering the, defeating the Rift Entity. Yes, the Treant, which I think is very similar to what we just fought earlier. This is what I was talking about with the person sticking out of the back of it. I recall in the beta seeing this, but previously, we are level. There are 3 tiers. I don't know if we're level 20. I don't know if we're gonna enter with other players. I don't know if there's matchmaking. I really don't. I don't think so. But this gameplay, you know, sniping enemies while they kind of just like stand there is like, is that actually exhilarating gameplay, you know? I think I've made my opinions very clear. And I'm glad that I'm giving it more time because I can really refine what I mean by like feature creep and the limitations. Those are the core things that I've made very clear. The feature creep and the limitation of it being compatible with mobile platforms. This game, I personally do not see this game lasting very long. And this cutscene, like, okay, very slow moving boss, like, okay. Didn't we just fight one of these? I swear we just fought one of these. And don't get me wrong, this boss is cool, but like we just fought one in the main quest. What do I need to do? Can I shoot that? They're just immune. What? They're just standing there immune. What? Oh my, I'm gonna go down. Yeah, oh, like, what is that, dude? Come on, man. Like, the boss is right there and they're just immune standing there? Like, come on, dude. It's just bad. Just bad. Yeah, I think so. Now we're at the beginning again. The fact that you're greeted by these and they can't even get up to you is like, what's scary about this? You know, I'm actually gonna, like, I rarely do this, but I'm gonna call the stream here. I've been playing this game for 5 hours. I can say with confidence, I do not recommend playing this. It is not enjoyable. I personally will not be coming back to this game. This game suffered severely from feature creep and limitations with the mobile compatibility. I don't see them being able to fix all of the issues that I have with the game. We're talking very core problems like rendering distance, which is server side. That boss that we just experienced, like being immune and not what? You know, it's just, it's all around not a good experience. Unfortunately, I hate to leave a stream off like this. I appreciate anyone who's been watching. I hope that my opinion hasn't, like, you know, made anyone upset, but I do speak my mind when I stream games, and I will not be coming back to this. Moving forward on this channel, I will be going back to the First Descendant, I will be going back to Screwdrivers, and I will be playing new releases moving forward, but this game is not going to be anything I come back to. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I may stream the First Descendant later today, or tomorrow. It's still pretty early. It's only like 4 o'clock my time. We'll see. But yes, that is all for now. I am not going to be returning to Once Human, and I do not recommend playing this game or putting money into it. If you've been enjoying my live streams, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will be on in the future. Thank you.